like MW3 is probably someone's favorite COD, and it just makes it very, very easy to play. That's when it's awesome. Like you just don't get sick of it.
And it's crazy to think that that's someone's first ever Call of Duty. So they're always going to have this as their nostalgic COD that they're going to look back at, like we look back at the original MW3. Someone's going to look back at this current MW3 or Black Ops 6 and be like, dude, remember when they had Black Ops 6? I'm like, bro, what? It's definitely humbling with our age when you see that, you know what I mean? Welcome, everybody, to episode number 190 of the COD Casuals podcast. We're your host, Mike.
I'm Justin.
Justin, how we doing, bro?
Doing pretty good. It's a Monday. It's getting slightly colder. It's going to fall weather, which I do like, but I need this fall weather like all through November. Then December can start getting cold. I don't want it to drop to like 30 degrees.
Yeah. Now, I'm in the same boat. Today was kind of hot. It was 75, bro. I looked it up because I remember someone at work told me this. Dude, Friday, it's going to be, again, a high of 75. What's going on here?
I don't know, but I will say that 75 right now with the breeze is pretty nice.
Yeah.
With the sun, like the leaves are changing here, so it does look like it's fall, and technically it is fall. But I'll keep this weather for a while. Like I do not want it to be in the 30s. Like
no
I
chance.
don't want that.
No, I hate that. And there was one day last week where it was like 61 and it was sunny out, and I was in heaven. I was like, dude, this is peak right now. I'm like, it's fine enough. You could be out in a t-shirt. You could throw a sweater on or something and you're chilling. But I hate that weather, like right just to jump to that. And then it's like, you know, dark as hell out, or it's just like cloudy and stuff. I love like a good fall day where it's still sunny. Said like the foliage is changing and it's looking nice. Like I live for that. So I can't wait to get rid of my AC, take this thing out, because it's like that's when I know we've made the switch. But I can't right now because it's going to be 75. I'm like, bro,
you just don't know, because if you take it out too early, it's gonna be way too hot.
And then I got to suffer one of those days where I'm just laying in bed and I'm sweating, and I can't be doing that.
Yeah.
You know, but no, man, that's good though. I mean, we've been overall, we've just been chilling. I was going to jump to it, bro, because I texted you yesterday about it. Dude, this weekend, bro, I haven't played that much COD in a minute.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm 1200.
Yeah. I went on last night and I got one level and then signed off.
Hell yeah, bro. Yeah, dude. I just played so much because I'm telling you, bro, I'm looking forward to that off season so much. Like I want to be playing Minecraft. I want us to be just chilling. Like we're in the party chat playing some other games. And I was this was like the only weekend coming up where I don't have anything going on. My mom was like, "Oh, can you do brunch Sunday?" I'm like, "No." Can't.
Yeah.
I was like, "I'll see you Thursday." Can't do that this time. It's like Sunday's my only day right now where I'm not working. I'm not doing anything. I was like, I need to just wake up at 7 a.m. and play this game all day.
Well, see, I mean, like, you're obviously like on really good pace to hitting 1250, but like even the pace that I'm at right now, like I wanted to hit 1150 by the end of the weekend. That didn't happen because I got busy Saturday. But I'm still at pretty good pace to hit 1250, and all I need's a day, like one solid day where I can just chill and play, and I'll be good. But like Black Ops 6 is coming out soon. Like by the time these guys listen to it, October 25th, like it's coming
Yeah.
quick.
Well, dude, that's what I didn't even realize it, but I've always felt that Call of Duties have come out in November. So just to be thinking that this is coming out in late October, it's like, damn, dude, like we really don't have a lot of time left.
Yeah. But that they have been,
and I don't
coming
want
out
just
in
2 days
November.
off.
Well, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, am I right? Haven't they always been out in like mid-November or something like that?
They've been coming out in November. Dude, this is Treyarch's already, they're just on top of it.
I mean, bro, they've already got it made. They've got it ready to be shipped.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, I can't go and play the game and hit 1250 and then have like 4 or 5 days off. Like I
Mhm.
want a lot of time off.
Yeah.
Um and to your point, dude, like yeah, you're like on fine pace. I mean, we were already fine. Like I think when we started I don't even know, maybe it was like Thursday or Friday. I think both of us were in like the 11:30 to 11:40 ish for
Mhm.
levels. Um so we were fine. Like we already got that whole prestige in from when it started with the double XP. Um, but yeah, dude, every hour that I played, I just was using tokens. That's the only
Yeah.
reason like I've gotten to that.
Mhm.
Um, and I still have so many left. So
Mhm.
now every time I'm playing COD, like we'll go play a bit tonight, I'm just all day. I'm using
Tokens.
the
Yeah, yeah.
tokens. Yeah, and I also don't even care if I'm playing and I like, say I'm playing, I'm like, okay, I gotta get off, and I still have like 20 minutes.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm still gonna play that 20 minutes,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
there was some time I had to go and get my laundry, and I had like 10 minutes left. I'm like, ah, whatever. Like,
Mhm.
because I just have so many of those hour tokens to burn through. Like, I think now I have like 18 or 19 left.
Oh, you're fine. Yeah, just
Oh
burn them.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
But see,
exactly.
that's the thing. I don't have the luxury this time because last year in MW2, that's what I did. Last
Yeah,
season, just blew through it with all my tokens. This year, I don't have as many tokens. I want to say like 6 or 7 1 hour tokens, and then like 4 45 and a couple 30s.
yeah,
But that's because I used them a lot like the last 2 seasons because I was really behind. But
yeah.
even then, though, uh, still gonna hit 1250 relatively quick again. If I just keep doing what I'm doing, where I do like every 5 levels without any double XP, and then another 5 with double XP, it makes it go by a lot quicker than you think.
Yeah, no, it absolutely does. Um, but man, I know I said it in one of the clips that we'd had posted, which go check them out if you haven't. I posted about the long game sessions. Dude, this was a real test, bro. I legit can barely do it. Like I mean, say like I can't do it, bro. I'll sit down for 4 hours straight and play, but then after a while, you know, got to get the eyes
Hmm.
massaged. I'm like, dude, I had to go clean. I was just like, I got to go and do something else. Like, I
Hmm.
just went and cleaned my bathroom. I'm like, bro, I can't, I can't keep playing right now. My thumb is just in shambles,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, I gotta like prep for it. Like last night, I
Yeah.
hopped on to. I mean, I just hopped on to play like a couple of games and
Hmm.
do some of the challenges, like the daily challenges.
Yeah.
And I got one level. I'm like, nah, I'm getting enough. Like
Yeah.
I can't right now. I
Yeah.
just need the long sessions where usually on the weekends when I'm playing like honestly 4 to 8 hours like
Hmm.
in total for the day. Uh that's because woken up, like I don't know. I made coffee. I know I got nothing else to do. I'm in a like pretty good mindset. Like, yeah, let's go bang these levels out.
Yeah.
And I just put music on in the background and I just play. Like I don't even wear headphones, not even listening to podcasts or anything, just play music. That's when everything's just flowing and I feel like I'm leveling up so much quicker than I actually am.
Yeah, that's exactly what I do. I don't listen to a lot of music when I play, but I'll go and throw on like some video game like documentary or retrospective that's like 2.5 hours. And I'm like, okay, we're gonna lock in on this. And it's the same thing. That Sunday I woke up, I I knew I wasn't like I already had it planned. I'm like, I know my mom's gonna text me being like, "Yeah, come on over." I'm like, "No chance." I was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah, we're gonna say no. Sorry. Wish I could. Can't." I'm like, "All I'm doing today is laundry." It's like that ain't shit. Can't do that. Like, who cares about that? Got a couple classes. Or a class I got to study for. I'm like, that's whatever. And then I looked outside and it's gray out. I'm like, oh, we're in.
Hmm.
If it was a nice day, I would have been like, "Damn, maybe I should
Yeah.
be outside." But it was, like, gray and it was kinda cold. I'm like, "Oh, fuck yeah, this is perfect."
Yeah. That's you just got to be in the right mind. Well, especially now, right mindset now in the time we're playing this game,
Yeah,
because again, majority of people have just stopped,
yeah,
which I get. This game, it's just funny because this game, Oh, we've said it so many times. It's so much better than MW2, but maybe it's just because we've been in Mosh Pit so much playing it, and we play the same maps over and over again. Won't get into that, but I'm really at the point in this game where I need to get a gun, get it done. I need to check it off, get
Otherwise, you're
these
gonna get a
levels.
gun, bro.
Yeah, yeah. So, uh, yeah, but it's funny though because I'll go and play Control after. I'm like, wow, this is such a nice pace. Or I'll go
Yeah,
play regular Hardpoint.
yeah.
Like, wow, this is so nice.
Oh, dude, you know what I've been doing is, have you played the 24, or is it like all the shipments
Yeah,
24/7? Have you played that at all?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I've been living in that, and that's now my new pit of despair. Like, I'll
Mhm.
go and sit in that, and I just there's some games, we're going, I don't even know, like, 50 and 61 or something, and just, 8, 10,000 XP or 10,000 score every game, a
Mhm.
level a game. I'm like, all right. And then I'll go jump to the small map mosh pit, and that's now my breath of fresh air.
Yeah, yeah.
I Dude, I didn't send this to you. But I think I honestly had one of the best games that it's got to be up there for one of the best games I've ever had. So it was on is the map Emergency? Is that the one with
Mhm.
like right in the middle there's the desk, and then
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like in a
yeah,
hospital?
yeah.
Yeah. So this was after I was in the Shipment playlist for like 2-3 hours. I was like, all right,
Mhm.
I got to get out of there. Bro, I mean, I can't pull it up here. The photo that I took. So we were playing, what game mode is this? This must be
Was it Dom?
domination. Yeah, no,
Mhm.
it's definitely domination. Bro, I went 109 and 11.
Oh,
That's one of the best. That has to be for me one of the best games I've had on Call of Duty in recent years.
mhm,
109 kills, 6 caps, 26 defends, 11 deaths.
mhm.
Absolutely farmed these people. I mean, I wish that was early on in the game because I'm like, bro, my KD would have just been like rock solid.
Yeah.
It would have been insane. But
Mhm,
yeah, definitely one of the better games I've ever played. And it's just, dude, when you're in the small map, you're just so laser focused. Like you're just tweaking in there all the time.
mhm.
Like, bro, that to me is like a 5 hour energy. I
Yeah.
have my coffee and I'm in there. It's like you can't just casually play that. You
That's a
know,
yeah, yeah.
so then when I go to small map, I'm like, dude, this Emergency. I'm like, bro, this map's huge.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, oh, I can actually think. Like I can play some angles, kind of wait, you know. And I'm like, bro, if I went and played Afghan, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know what I would do. I'd be like, where is everybody?
Mhm.
What are we doing? You know what I mean? I'd be
That's the
losing
thing.
my mind.
It's so funny, how that works. 'Cause, yeah, in Shipment, I'm just running and running and
Yeah, yeah,
running.
yeah.
I don't care about KD. I just let me maximize amount of kills that I can get, whatever, and get on to the next game, whatever. But then you're actually playing a map that's slightly bigger and you're thinking. But that's how I feel about when I put music on. I don't know, when you put the right music on and I'm playing, I'm finally locked in. Because there have been times where I'm in Shipment and I'm not locked in. I'm like, oh god, this is just such a drag of Shipment Dom. I hate Shipment Dom so much. I hate it. But the only way for me to get through it is if I'm completely locked in from music or some video or something. But again, it's tough.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
Mhm,
But like you said, if you find a good song or a good video, um, then you're all set. But there's been some of those videos I throw them on and they're like 15, 20 minutes.
mhm.
And then I see it ending and I'm like, fuck, dude, this isn't good. Like,
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
because when this ends, I'm like, then I got to find another video and I'm not going to be
Mhm,
like hot anymore. Like,
mhm,
it's bad. Um, but jumping off that, something I will say with the shipments, because I remember I complained about all of them and I you know, I don't know. Some of them are like kind of dumb. Like the Sunny one is so stupid. Like I don't
yeah.
understand that at all. But then there was the variant that they put out, the arena shipment,
Mhm.
which is like, I mean, it's exactly what it says. Do you know that one?
Yeah, I played all of them. Yeah.
Yeah, because that arena
Slightly
one,
bigger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that arena one's really nice. Like,
Mhm,
I prefer that over the, regular shipment. The
mhm,
stay high one, I hate. Bitmint is dumb, and
mhm.
then Ghost Ship is actually really good too, but it's so fucking dark.
Dark, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro, it's like I don't know, man. Dark maps in Call of Duty, I can't stand. Like,
Mhm.
remember when they had that gold, whatever, Gold Rush or whatever that map was on
Yeah.
MW2? That map sucked in like the complete darkness. And then they do that one. I'm like, yeah, let's make Shipment even darker,
Yeah.
with like this really like trash lighting. And then everyone's running around with these like Michael Myers skins and like Jason skins.
Mhm.
I'm like, bro, I can't even see what's going on half the time. I'm just
Yeah.
praying that I can see their name tag when I'm like, ADSing somewhere.
Mhm. I mean, dude, this Shipment playlist was, I know a lot of people have been asking for the Shipment playlist, mainly because camo grinding and leveling up, like, that's it. Because no doubt that's the best playlist to just do all that, like, it's the most efficient, but it gets to you mentally. It fucking drains you,
Yeah.
and, yeah, like, the maps are cool, like, again, reskins of Shipment, but, um I'm with the people that are like, okay, just give us a playlist so we can grind out the camos and levels, and that's it. Other than that, I don't want to play any of these like shipments. I don't care for
Right.
any of them. I'm not going to say it was completely lazy for them because I know a lot of people are saying that about season 6, but like they did change the map a little bit, not giving them like, a complete pass on it, but it's also season 6. They're like, trying to wrap it up, get the Black Ops 6. So it is what it is. And at least they're giving us this playlist because they know, okay, people probably want to level up as fast as they can and like do their last minute like camo grindings in this.
Yeah, that's the only reason people are playing that, right? Like there's no way people are going into that excited to go and try out these new shipments. Like I
Yeah.
really could give a damn. I was just like, all right, we're just gonna do this because I know it's the smallest map and I know there's pretty much a 0% chance I'm gonna be dropping less than 30 kills in any of these game modes that they throw at us,
Hmm.
you know? Um so yeah, I don't it is like I say like lazy. I see people saying that too. I don't agree with that. I think
Hmm.
again, it's just they understand that the amount of people that are playing this game now it's just like in every COD. Like a Black Ops 6 more than likely is going to have the same thing. It's just a steady decline. And now we're at the end where this game is probably not in a lot of people's top Call of Duties
Hmm.
as is. So they just they're gonna do the Halloween theme thing. They're like, okay, let's go put all our resources into getting the cool bundles, and then yeah, we'll throw some people some maps and leave it at that. Like
Hmm.
that stay high thing. That was a cool like concept with that running thing that they ended up doing, like whatever
Hmm.
that was. And now they made the map, and now they're gonna take it and do the same thing with this. I'm surprised they didn't throw in that. Actually, no, I take it back. Cell ship is in there too. I was gonna
Yeah.
say the cell shading stuff. Yeah, just any way that they can possibly shake that map up, for the sake of the camo
Hmm.
grinders and level grinders that are left.
Hmm.
They're just gonna do that.
Or all right, and like that's the smallest map, so it's probably the easiest for them to reskin it to
Oh yeah,
whatever. And I don't. Maybe people that have been playing the all shipment and they wanted that playlist. They're saying we do want shipment, but can you just reskin a couple of them so we can trick our brains to thinking this is way better than the other shipment?
yeah,
Which I mean, if that's the case, they did do a good job because Sunny shipment sucks. Can't see shit because it's too like bright,
yeah.
and then
Dude.
also it's too dark on the other shipments.
Yeah, bro. Ghost shipment is like it's cool, but it's dark as shit.
Hmm.
Bitmint, I don't care about it. Stay high is like I'm getting like brain damage looking at that one. The only one that I really get excited for is Arena Shipment because again,
Hmm.
that map just feels bigger. Like if I play that or if I play Cell Ship, I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
like. And you're right. I definitely do feel tricked. I'm like, oh, dude, sweet, we're getting this
yeah,
one. I'm like, bro, it's the same
same
map.
thing.
Like,
Literally the same thing.
yeah, like I'm getting
Yeah.
pissed when I'm like, oh, dude, it's Ghost Shipment, bro. Like,
Hmm.
what but yeah, then going back and playing small map mosh pit is is so much nicer.
Yes, more refreshing.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna go and I'm gonna get to like 1248 or 1249, and then I'm gonna go into core.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go into control, and I'm gonna hit 1250 in a control map
Mhm,
using a normal gun, you know?
mhm.
Something I was gonna ask you about, I'm kind of on the fly here because I gotta oh no, I just got it. Bro, have you used this gun? I think it's a battle rifle, the D tier.
Yeah, I
Dude,
picked it up.
this gun is a cheat code. This
Yeah.
thing is so broken. It's unbelievable. Like, I picked it up off somebody and I was like, "What the hell is this?" And I just looked down in the bottom right of the thing and I was like, "D tier, D tier. Okay, I gotta remember that." And then I was looking through, I'm like, "Where is it?" I didn't know if it was an AR or whatever.
Mhm,
And then I found it. The thing as a base gun is ridiculous.
mhm,
And then I looked up like a really good build for it. And the guy was like, "Oh, yeah, put the 30-round mag on it." I'm like, "30-round mag? Are you
mhm.
kidding me?" Like, because that's the only drawback. The gun's only got 20 bullets, you know? But then there's the 30-round mag, and then I look on there, I had it at level 20. I'm like, "Homie, there's a 40-round mag on this thing." I was like, "Are you kidding me?" So this thing's an AR.
Mhm,
It it is so broken. There's 0 recoil on that gun, and it kills in, like, 2 bullets.
mhm.
Yeah, I've pretty much exclusively switched to that gun, and I'm sure people that I'm playing despise me,
Yeah.
but I don't
See.
give a fuck. I'm like, "Dude, I'm just doing this for the levels, dude. I
Mhm.
don't take this too seriously."
Listen, that's, like, one way to switch it up, you know, being insane in shipment, like, use different weapons.
Right.
Uh, I always just find myself gravitating towards back to the Ravel 9, though. I, like I'm always just back on that with not the CDL class, but, like, another class I made. It
Mhm.
just has the drum mag on it, so it's 50 rounds. Because
Right.
nothing shoots faster than that Ravel 9. Like, I just rip people with that thing, and having 50 rounds in it on shipment, I barely have to reload. I'm just run around. Uh, or even I know people use the akimbo shotguns, and like those fucking piss me off.
Dude, those
But
piss me off so much.
I use the uh what is I can't remember the name of the shotgun. It's like a pump, the pump shotgun, whatever it is. I use it all the time, but
Is it that Remington or whatever? Is that the name of it?
it might be that. But it's like a base shotgun that you get from MW3 immediately, and I just throw on like a couple attachments. I'll just run pop, 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 and just
Yeah.
like that's when it is fun doing that. I don't know what about it is having like one shotgun with a pump when you get a kill and then you turn around, pump, get another kill. That's way more satisfying to me than the double barrel. You go poof, reload, poof, reload. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, dude, I don't use the akimbo shotguns at all. I mean, I don't
I
really use
yeah.
shotguns, period. But dude, there's nothing more infuriating than having people who use the riot shields and use the akimbo shotguns,
Mhm.
bro. There was a couple of games I played, and there was like 3 or 4 guys in their team using that. They're all in a party. I just left. I was like, no, I'm
Yeah.
all set. Like I'm not going to be dealing with this because I'm gonna try to be shooting them in the back, and then they're going to turn around, pull the riot shield out,
Mhm.
and they're crouched, and then they hit me with a throwing knife. I'm like, no, no, thank
My
you. Like, I
my
don't got
favorite
time for
is
that.
when I go up against those guys, I like you just break their ankles so bad. Like they're trying to run up to you. I'm just sliding back and forth, jumping up and like around them, and I kill them. And I just look at them
Yeah,
like, yeah, and I'm gonna keep doing that to you. You'll get me a couple times, but I'm gonna keep doing that to you and try to break your ankles.
dude. The thing I do is when they're coming at me, I go and I jump up on one of the like crates or whatever,
Hmm.
and they don't expect that, and then I just shoot down at them. I'm like, yeah, you fucking
Yeah,
40 IQ moron. I'm like, didn't
you
realize I could do that.
usually what I do, I just run straight at them, and then I jump at them because
Yeah, yeah,
if you're playing a decent player, they're like, "Oh, well, you're a dumbass. You're just running at me. I'm gonna biff you." But I swear to God, most people are not like that. You just run at them, jump slightly to left or right, and now you have their head, and you can just pepper them a little bit and just slide around and
yeah,
kill
dude.
them.
Yeah, it's great. I love when, again, or you just slide into somebody and they like, they've got
Mhm,
their sensitivity on like 2 and they can't turn fast enough to get you.
mhm.
Yeah, that is one part of it that does suck, is having to come across those guys. Um,
The
but yeah,
decent
if you
ones.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly, the guys who are, like, relatively competent with them. But if you've
yeah,
got a rival with a drum mag on, I mean, you're not really struggling too much, like, most of the time you're winning.
yeah,
Um, dude, I haven't used the rival in a minute. I use that very sparingly to, like, get me excited again,
mhm.
but I use the, static HV.
Yeah, see, I don't find, like, success with that thing
Yeah,
on the small maps. Like, I just
yeah.
it shoots way too slow for me. I'm just so used to the rival and, like, the time to kill for that thing, and I think I'd do better with that gun on, like, regular maps. Just my play
Mhm.
style.
Yeah, the reason I like the static is because what it reminds me of is the PP90
Yeah.
from MW3.
Mhm,
Yeah, like, it's got that same kinda look and that drum, like, that mag that comes off the, like, I don't even know, like, where the stock is, I guess. Or
mhm.
not the stock, sorry, like, where the, was it underbarrel, I guess, wherever you hold it there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it reminds me of that, but I do agree, the fire rate is the only drawback with it
Mhm.
because it is so slow.
Yeah, there have been many times where I mean, I am playing on the small maps, but I'm shooting people that they're dead with the Rival 9, but with that thing, I die.
Yeah.
And, that's happened too many times, and I'm like, "Okay, I'm just using the Rival 9, not even gonna touch that."
Yeah, I saw Parasite tweet about that recently because he was talking about the casuals,
Mhm,
and I always love when he says some shit like that because most of the time he's right, you know. But he was saying exactly that. He's like, dude, most of the like a lot of these people, they think, oh, this gun's the best. Like, bro, it's still the Rifle 9. Like, that's
mhm,
still like the best gun. The MCW is still the best AR. Like, these people are fucking tweaking. I'm pretty sure that's what he said, and he's right.
mhm,
Like anytime I pick up an MCW, I'm always reminded of how good that gun is. And same thing with the rival,
mhm,
you know, like those guns, just when it comes down to everything with them, they are far and away the best guns. Like they pretty much win in every category.
mhm,
Um, but only reason I'm trying to switch, or I have switched off both those guns, is because I've exhausted those guns so much just through regular play that we had throughout all the other seasons, and then when we were playing ranked, that's all we ever used.
mhm.
So now I'm like, dude, I need to
Yeah,
I
switch it up.
it's time for me to spread my wings a little bit and use some other
Mhm.
guns.
Yeah. No, yeah, exactly. That's normally what I do.
Yeah.
Um, right now, I'm not just 'cause my mission is to get to a certain level, and
Yeah.
right now the Rival, is doing it for me, but no, I mean, like, usually throughout the year, I'm always switching up weapons. Like, I like
Right.
to go for camos and whatever, but yeah, right now I'm over it. If I die because my gun is shooting too slow, I'm like, "Okay, you know what? I already don't wanna do this right now, honestly. I'm
Yeah.
gonna switch to the Rival 9 and try to fry as fast as I can."
Yeah, I might go back to the rival a little bit because I'm probably trash with it, just because I haven't used it in so long.
Mhm.
I'm so used to how the static is. I
Yeah.
probably am not that good. There's a couple of the other subs that I remember I was using. I don't know, it's not the Renetti, but it's got some other kind of the Superi, or the Superi 41 or Superni
Mhm.
41. I was using that gun for a while, and then I went back to it and I was awful with it
Mhm.
you know. So I'm just trying to switch it up. I mean, dude, anything we can do to keep it
Fresh.
fresh.
Yeah, keep it
Yeah.
fresh. Yeah, because it's just funny though when you look at other people and you see their levels are so low, or like I'll go on my friends list and look at the rest of my friends, and like they just stop playing, obviously,
Yeah,
because
dude,
they
same.
they they can, they have the
Yeah.
power. I'm not a quitter.
Yeah. Dude, I looked at our
What?
buddy too, that we would play with and ranked all the time, and I saw him, I'm like,
What
he
is he?
gave
What level
up.
is he?
He's in, like, I
Is he
wanna say
1,000?
he's no, no,
Oh,
no. Yeah, exactly. He's not even in the 4 digits, bro. I
yeah.
wanna say he's in, like, I wanna say he's in the 840s. Or
Okay.
somewhere around there,
Yeah.
I mean, still respectable,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure, but I'm just I always tell him, I was like, "Oh, bro, I'm just grinding this all day, like, I'm at this level." He's like, "Dude, that's insane." He's like,
Oh
"Dude, you
yeah.
and
Yeah.
Justin are still grinding?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah, like, we're gonna hit 1250." He's like, "Bro."
Yeah, can you even like think about it? We're like 4 to 500 levels above, even at that
Right,
level.
right, well,
Like
that's
I see level 500s. I'm like, oh, 500. I remember that. That was months ago.
Yeah, yeah,
Level
exactly.
500.
Oh, dude, I was watching some clip, a couple days ago on my, because I saved that game that I had, and I went back and, one of the clips, dude, I was like 200 and something. I was like, "Dude, I was a bitch."
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's like, "Bro, I was a nobody at level
yeah.
200, and now I'm over here at 1,200. I'm seeing these people at 1,250 already." I'm like,
Mhm.
"God damn, dude." It's yeah, it's a trip. I mean, it's there is definitely a level of respect that you gotta have nowadays, and with all these CODs, it's always been that
Mhm.
way, hitting that max level, but it's really, dude, it's just that XP that's required from every single level, you
Yeah.
know? It's
Eh
so much harder nowadays to hit
yeah.
max level than it was back in the day, like
You need time. And, like, yeah, I think I'll always respect people more for the prestiges, obviously, because you see them, and you see that emblem. And, people have said that, yeah, even us, when you see a super high level, you're like, you don't, I guess, like, fear them as much because it could just be completely trash. But the respect is like you put in so much time to get to that. Like you have
yeah,
to put in time to get to that regardless. And that is, again, at the end of the day, for most people, it's probably just a mental battle.
right.
Just getting through. Like, you know.
Yeah. No, that's all it is. I mean, I don't think there's many people who just are always playing the game, having fun 24/7 who
Mhm.
hit that level,
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
yeah. There's gonna be the people that do like MW3 is probably someone's favorite COD of all time, most likely.
No doubt.
And yeah, and it just makes it very, very easy to play. That's when it's awesome. Like, you just don't get sick of it,
Yeah.
and we just haven't had that in a while. It's been
And
years.
it's crazy to think that that's someone's first ever Call of Duty,
Yeah.
so they're always gonna have this as their nostalgic COD that they're gonna look back at like we look back at the original MW3 or like, back when we were playing COD 4 or World at War. Someone's gonna look back at this current MW3 or Black Ops 6 and be like, "Dude, remember when they had Black Ops 6?" I'm like, "Bro, what?
Yeah.
Like, do you remember Black Ops, bro?"
Yeah.
Most people don't even know that.
Mhm.
It's definitely humbling with our age when you see
Yeah,
that, you know
yeah.
what I mean? Yeah, but I don't know, again, there's maybe a few people out there that do it, but bro, just because of how much is required, like you said, that the amount of time that's required,
Mhm.
um, there's way more of a grind,
Yeah. It's like
associated with these cards now.
I wanna say it's like 104,000 XP or something. Like, I don't even I think it's that. It's something like that per
Per
level.
level, you're saying,
Yeah,
yeah.
per level, like, after you hit master. Like, that's the thing. We didn't like, we hit, uh, what, 21st prestige right now? Like, what's the max? 22 or 23?
I think it's 24.
Oh, 24th prestige? Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah, I think it's 24th
24th
or
prestige?
25th prestige, it's something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bro, we were
which
hitting
is
10.
yeah, I know. Yeah, level 70,
Yeah.
where it's like I'd have to go back and see what that, XP was to get from level 70 to get to, like I mean, we're talking MW3, the OG
Mhm,
one, to get from level 70 to get to the end of it to then
mhm,
prestige. I wonder how much XP that was compared to how much XP it is now to just do 1 level in the
mhm.
master, you know? It's gotta be it's gotta be a lot,
Yeah.
but I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised to hear if like, "Oh, yeah, to finish 70, it was way more XP."
Mhm.
Um, because, I mean, bro, it sure as hell doesn't feel like it,
No, it's
But you have
definitely
to
better.
account too, like, I mean, that's kind of fugazi because you have to account for how much XP or like how much just points you earn for doing stuff, you know?
Mhm.
Because, like, bro, in World at War, I remember you'd get like 5 points.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, or yeah, 5 points a kill.
Mhm,
Something like that, and like, if you ended the game with, like, 2 or 3,000 score, like, that was the equivalent of ending with, like, 8 or 9,000 score in this game.
mhm.
You know what
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean? Like, you were having a really good game. Or, like, yeah, you're having a good game.
Mhm.
Nothing insane. Like, insane game in this is, like, if you're getting, like, 13,000 score, like,
Mhm.
bro, that's elite. Like that's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's a good
Um,
XP.
yeah, that
Yeah,
exactly. That's a level. That's like a level and like maybe a level and a half.
with double XP.
Yeah, with the double
Yeah.
XP in a game. Yeah. So you have to see how it balances out, but
Yeah. No, if I can get one level, one full level with a double XP, did pretty good.
yeah, no, you're chilling. Yeah, that's the ideal. That's what I'm shooting for every time. And
Mhm.
something I'll say before we shift to our CDL stuff, because we got a few things we want to talk about on that, bro. When I saw the 1250 logo, I didn't even look at it until seeing someone in game who was 1250.
Mhm.
Bro, what the fuck is that? That icon, that emblem is so trash. It's like
That's what we get.
I know, dude. I mean, I don't even know
Yeah.
what the skin is if there is one, but dude, seeing that emblem just kind of pissed me off. I'm like, really? That's
Mhm.
all it is? Because they've gone to this, like, thankfully, I think they're going away with it in Black Ops 6, if I remember. But whose idea was it to have these emblems like evolve? You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Where it's like, oh, it's a skull. Now he's like, got two crossbones behind him. Oh, now he's like an angry skull. Now there's fire behind him. I'm like, what
Mhm.
the fuck is that?
That's the thing. In theory, that sounds right, right? Like, it makes sense,
You're
but they're
progressing, yeah.
but they're not making these emblems cool enough. Like, these emblems should be, actually evolving, not,
Yeah,
"Let's add a tick on it."
right.
They should actu like, they should be cool when you look at them. And, back in the day, every single time you prestige, your emblem was different. Like, you would get different colors or whatever, and it wouldn't be the same. Like, I'm just thinking in the Black Ops series, you would, like, every single prestige would be different. They didn't evolve from each other. And granted, yeah, that's more work, which I personally would want that. But like, if you're gonna go to this concept of evolving your emblem, then actually evolve them, make them
Right.
look way cooler than you know you added a second cross for like the second prestige or whatever.
Yeah, to me, it just screams laziness when you have prestige emblems like
Hmm.
that. Um, and especially too because you can't even tell when you're in game or when you're
Hmm.
in the lobby. Like, dude, at 1150, it's like it's different than the one that you get at 1100, but 1150 to 12, bro, it's like the same shit. Like
Hmm.
you can't even tell the difference. 12 to 1250 you can,
Hmm.
but it's still just kind of it's weak, you
Well, see,
know?
that's the thing. We're talking about what is it? Like our levels instead of the emblems. You know what I mean?
Exactly,
Like,
yeah.
I see 1250 first.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
don't
oh
even know what prestige that is.
yeah.
Like prestige again, that whole term of like, oh yeah, you are this prestige, bro. People don't even care about that anymore. Like it
Hmm.
doesn't mean anything. It's just now based on the levels,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
I'm so glad we're going away from that
Hmm.
because it's almost harkening back to you remember how pissed people were in MW3 when they were like, oh, we're adding prestiges and everyone was psyched. And then they did that skull, the gold skull with the wings, and they just
Hmm.
started doing fucking Roman numerals up top. It's like,
Yeah,
bro, are you kidding me?
yeah.
Like,
We need like I want to be able to know that you're 1250 without looking at the number right away, or like our emblem should be animated. Like, if you're gonna give me
yeah,
a skull, give me like an animated skull where like smoke is coming out of the top of its head or something.
yeah.
So as soon as I look over to the right, I can just see an animated emblem right away,
Yeah,
and I know, oh, this person's 1250.
yeah. I mean, dude, and I thought that the 1050 logo, that gold circle kind of a
Hmm.
deal that they had going on, I thought that was cooler than the 1250 one that they've got because that
Hmm.
reminded me of the prestige emblem, it was ninth prestige from MW3.
Hmm.
Like, because it never really looked like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, like I always thought that was cool, and then they like totally went away from that. I was like, dude, what the fuck? Like, what are we doing? You
yeah,
know? They're like, oh, we're going with this. Like, I think it's like a wolf or something that they have as the
yeah.
logo. It's like, dude, this is so lame.
Make the emblems good.
I know,
Black
bro.
Ops will.
Yeah,
We're almost
they'll
there,
do.
dude. We're almost there.
I know, bro. But that's
I,
that's
I,
all we can
I
say on it,
like
bro. We're
I
getting there.
know we've been complaining about it. It's funny because we've been complaining about like the same stuff like the past couple of weeks, but it's because we're on this final stretch. Like, obviously, like our year-end review of the CODs, like it's gonna be out soon. Like, honestly, it's a lot
Yeah,
sooner than
it's
like we
coming up.
expect.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Uh, this game overall is good. Leave it at that. This is a good game in the past couple years. It's just I'm not even gonna say downfall of it. I'm just gonna say like the fall of it for us personally
Yeah.
is because one, life happened, and two, we were kind of forced to sit in like
Yeah.
certain playlists the
Right.
whole time. And we're old technically in the COD community. We've played these maps over and over and over and
Yeah.
over again.
And the last thing I will say on this, because I will shift off, thing I think that we're both feeling is we're really feeling fatigue with this season system that they've had.
Mhm,
I wonder if a lot of people are feeling this with the season leveling system because, we're trying to hit 1250, obviously, just for ourselves, but for, for the podcast. But there is a point with this whole system where it's like, is it even worth it? You
mhm.
know? Like, you
Well,
damn well know, bro, you don't need to hit 1250. Like, you know
oh
what I
yeah.
mean? Like, it is literally pointless for you and I to hit that level, you
Mhm,
know? But we have that obligation to do it. That's why we're
mhm,
doing it. But just the idea of doing all these levels for nothing and it doesn't really look cooler or anything like that. That's why I'm so happy that Black Ops 6 is going away from this because I
mhm,
think everybody has just been burnt on this for what? We had Vanguard, MW2, and now this. It's
mhm.
like, dude, we've had 3 years straight of just hitting Master Prestige, 1,000 every season. MW2, okay, 1250. Okay, next
Yeah.
one, 1250. Like, bro, we're gonna have 2,500 levels in
Yeah, in
in the
2
last two.
games. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's insane,
Yeah,
and
and
I'm just like, I need to stop.
could just be it. I mean, like, I'm sure there are a couple other people that are like us that, like, do it.
Mhm.
Uh, most people just quit.
Yeah,
Again, I don't there is not a single other person on my friends list that's even near what we are, and
I've
I
got
know for
one.
I like no
Uh,
one's gonna hit 1250 on my friends list.
yeah, yeah, and I've got one guy who
Mhm,
was like he was a ranked grinder, and I've never talked to him, but I just know I see that guy, like, I think when I was, like, in the 1180s or so, he was already 1,200,
mhm.
and I was like, "Oh, yeah." Like, he's hustling,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
he's in the small map. He's always
Yeah, yeah.
playing it, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know anything
It's
about him. He could be 16, he could be 45, but that bro is
it's
still doing the same thing.
we're different breeds.
Exactly, dude. One of
We're different
ones, bro.
breeds
Exactly. Uh,
going through this mentally while everyone else is like, "What are these guys doing?" Try
yeah, bro.
like, we're already so past checked that
Oh, yeah, bro. Absolutely
everybody
cooked.
everyone's looking at us like, "Why are you still playing this?"
Yeah,
Everyone's moved on.
yeah. I know, exactly. So many people are like, "Bro,
It's
why don't you just go play
it's
other games?" I'm like, "I can't do it
it's
yet."
commitment.
Yeah.
That's what it
Yeah.
is, the
Yeah,
commitment.
bro. I wanna enjoy my single player games and know damn well that I hit 12, 15, I'm like, "It's over."
I finished.
I
Yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
mastered the game, bro.
So,
There's
yeah, see,
nothing
that's the
else.
thing. Like, with the prestige system, like, I won't go on about it, but, like, if I'm 3rd and, like, you're 5th or whatever, I don't really care. Like, it
It
doesn't
doesn't
matter
give a
because
shit.
like,
I
we'll
don't give a
just
shit.
keep going, you know? Especially if there is, like, a max, like, oh, like, level 1,000, whatever, um, and, like, I can change my emblems and stuff, you know? But it would be cool if they went back to where if you prestige, uh, you can never go back to that emblem. Like,
Yeah.
I might stop
Oh, yeah.
depending how cool it is. I don't think they'll do that, but because I do like how they integrated where, you hit master, then you can change whatever emblem you want, but it's
Right.
just a matter of, let me restart again. These XP or these levels don't feel so long. Like, from
Right.
level 1 to level 20 is a breeze, you
Right.
know? And
Right.
I need to feel that again because the last time we felt that was when the game launched,
Right.
like the past couple of years. Now it's just like over 100,000 XP every single level that we just have to keep pushing through, and it doesn't feel like quick progression. We have to
Oh,
trick
no.
ourselves to make it feel like quick progression.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah, I totally agree. So I'm just again, I'm so burnt out with the levels and
Mhm.
grinding for nothing and, it being so much. Like, bro, this grind would if I had no double XP, this grind would be
Oh, it's hard.
oh,
Yeah.
God, it'd be
That's
yeah,
why I do every 5 levels.
yeah, bro. I don't
I
blame you.
I gotta trick myself.
I'd be
You have
checked.
to.
I'd be so checked. I wouldn't be able to do it. More checked than I already am.
Yeah.
You know? But I'm clawing my way to the end of the
Mhm.
finish line,
But
bro. I'm like, get
imagine
me up
being
there.
level 1 and then we're playing small mosh pit. Like, the high we would get from level 1, we just went up to, like, level 15 in one game. It's
Yeah.
like, "Yo, I'm going through
Oh,
this quick."
dude, bro. I'll tell you this really quick, okay? Because we gotta get to it. But
Yeah.
dude, dude, there was I mean, because sometimes, like, other people probably experiences the game, like, glitches or whatever. Bro, I loaded into a game, um, and it was all the default classes. I was like,
Mhm.
"Bro, what? Like, what happened here?" And I looked at my level and it was level 1, and I was like, "Huh? Are you serious right now?" And then bro, like, I was like, because sometimes you go in there and it says you're level 1,
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
"Whatever," I wasn't tweaking. But then I backed out of the game and I went to go over custom class and it says, "Unlock at level 4." Bro, my heart dude, I almost called you.
Yeah.
I almost was about to be like, "Dude, I just got reset to level 1. Like, I'm done. I'm done. I'm not gonna play
Yeah.
this game anymore. Like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, I'll play with you, but I'm done. Like, it's not gonna
Mhm.
happen." And I turned the game off and I went back to it. Thankfully, my level popped back up. I was like, "Whew."
That's happened to me before too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. If I lost it
Yeah.
all,
Oh, if I
I
lost
would've
it all, dude, yeah.
no,
The
no.
hours.
Yeah. Dude, the
God.
days.
The months.
The decades,
Yeah.
bro.
And
I'm like,
I
all those
got
1,000
the
hours I've got in there, bro, fucking kill me.
dude. Yeah, I couldn't even imagine losing that. No. I finally got the glitch that, like, you experience a lot with the gun where, like, you shoot one bullet and then it reloads. I finally got that, and I'm like, "What the hell is this?"
Dude, isn't it insane?
Yeah, it's only happened to me
I'm
one
not
time.
crazy.
Yeah, it's only happened to me one time, but I also get the glitch where have you ever just been so, like, cracked out playing, and then you spawn back in and your screen's just tilted?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yo,
Yo,
what's that?"
coming
Yeah,
like this.
and, like, even after you die, it'll just stay like that sometimes
Yeah.
for a
Bro,
couple
there's
of lives.
times where I've been playing and my screen gets tilted like that, and I literally just go,
Yeah,
I
just
tilt
doesn't
my
phase
head.
me. It just
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of things this game just kinda they let go. They didn't even like that
Mhm,
weird one, the cruise missile, like, you die in the cruise missile and the streak just, like, just comes down, and I'm like,
mhm,
"Well, I hope I, like, last put my cruise missile somewhere decent,"
mhm,
Like, you just get shot out of your kill streak, the bullet glitch.
mhm.
Yeah, there's some things they definitely
But
let go and they didn't
that was
fix.
from MW2, right? Like,
Yeah.
all that yeah, I didn't have any of that stuff in MW2,
Yeah, they still
but
never fixed it.
either way, yeah. I mean,
Whatever.
oh, when the screen's tilted like that and it just doesn't phase you and you're just still playing, like, you're just so locked in to
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah. I
crack.
don't even give a shit. I'm just like,
I'm
"Alright,
like,
whatever, whatever. It is what
yeah,
it is. Who cares?"
yeah, just keep going. It'll reset eventually.
Exactly. Alright, so we gotta talk about this a little bit here,
Mhm,
because we'll end on some CDL stuff. I mean, we won't talk too much on it because it's not really, like there's not much we can totally say on it,
mhm,
but we did talk, I believe, in episode 188. Um, we talked about the LAT rumor with that team happening, and I can't remember if it was both of us or me or you were definitely skeptical about
hmm.
that
It
team,
was
which
both of us because I
yeah,
edited
yeah.
the
Well,
clips.
yeah. So
Yeah.
to catch people up, the rumor was that Ghosty was definitely going to be on that team because I think that came out a while ago. But then they were saying it was going to be Hydra, Scrap, and Envoy, and we were like, "Wow, there's no chance this is going to happen," because they came off of a year where they were trying to make how to
Budget
say like
cuts.
budget
Yeah,
cuts.
yeah.
Yeah, they just didn't want to spend as much on like the team they had in Vanguard. And we were wrong. They totally acquired this team.
Mhm,
This is the new official LAT, and it's going to be again. It's Ghosty, Scrap, Hydra, and Envoy, who's coming back after 1 year with the Ultra. So obviously
mhm.
he's not with them anymore. That whole team has imploded. Other than who's on that team?
Envoy, you mean, not Hydra.
Well, oh no, no, but what's his name? Envoy and Scrap being off
Yeah,
that
yeah.
team. Did I say Hydra on
Yeah, you said Hydra.
Ultra? My bad.
Yeah,
Well, that team's imploded too, which we'll get
yeah.
to. But the only people that are left now on Ultra is what Insight and Kleenex.
Rumored. Technically, they are because technically
Yeah.
they're restricted. Both of them are restricted free agents, but the rumor is that those 2 are gonna be coming back to Ultra.
Yeah.
But
Um,
that move with Scrap and Envoy, obviously, like I don't think anyone predicted that, so that's why those two guys are still there. Because it seemed like Ultra was going to try to keep both Scrap and Envoy, but yeah, I mean, this team's ridiculous on paper. This team matches up with Optic and Phase on paper easily, but like it was funny because I was watching their podcast, like the video that they did, all four of them,
mhm,
and they even said it. They were like, there was a very very small chance of this team ever happening, like
mhm.
because apparently Scrap and Envoy were like, we got way better offers. So that makes it sound like they did take a budget cut, like all of them, to just team together. Which, if that's the case, I commend those guys. I appreciate that. Take the pay cut. Like you're joining an insane org with, first of all, just brand recognition in the scene, and also your teaming. Your team's insane.
Yeah.
There's a good chance, like they're betting on themselves winning, which I do appreciate. Instead of let's go grab a quick bag somewhere else,
Right.
when that team could have happened on like another team possibly, but yeah, this team. I'm excited for the year with these guys. Like watching this, this is going to be
Yeah.
a fun team to watch, and it was just funny that all those guys were like, I didn't think it was going to happen either.
Right.
Like they were like us, are like, yeah, there's no shot. It's impossible.
Yeah, it was I mean, all those guys now, especially Scrap, well, I was gonna say all of them, but especially Scrap too, because he had an amazing year and he's still like relatively early in his career. I mean, this is only what his second full
Full
year,
year, yeah.
yeah, of playing. Like all those guys are, making insane money. So to think that Thebes was going to be of all the teams coming off of what they just had to go through to pay for that team, I think most of us were like, "Yeah, no shot." And even, I remember Nate Shot saying that on stream. He's like, "But it's like, I don't think it's gonna happen." Like, "I'm
Hmm.
just saying it. I'm not even trying to, like, be that guy who's like, 'Oh, I don't know.'" He's like, "This is really what it is. I'm just telling you straight. I don't think it's gonna happen. Like, we're
Hmm.
trying, but I don't know." So to see Scrap and Hydra in LAT stuff is so
Hmm.
weird to me.
Yeah,
Like, it is every year, but just to see, because Hydra's only played for them, and same thing with, Scrappy.
yeah.
They've
They've been on
only
one
played
team.
for Ultra. Yeah, so to see them in different gear,
Hmm.
and especially to see those 2 guys on a team together, I
Hmm.
mean, it's ridiculous. But you're right, they are totally they probably don't even care that much about the pay, like, they're still getting paid for sure.
Hmm.
Like, let's not say like, "Oh, yeah, they're making 50K a year." Like,
Yeah,
no. Like, they're still making good money, but they're obviously at the point they're like, "Bro, if we win a couple of majors this year or we,
they want to win
they're
everything.
yeah, they're not
Everything.
thinking like, we play 2nd or 3rd, like, that's
Hmm.
why I'm not competing there. But it's like, if they play 2nd or 3rd in a few of them and win
Hmm.
some of them, like, dude, they make all that money back pretty
And
quickly.
you just stamp yourself as like I am this legacy in the CDL. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
those guys, obviously they care about the money, but at the end of the day, like a lot of these guys just want that recognition and like legacy left in this whole scene where
Yeah, that they
they'll
wanna win chips.
yeah, they'll take that pay cut because like not just that they believe in themselves, they know like this team is built to win championships, not one, not two. They're trying to take everything,
Yeah.
and that's how Optic feels. That's how Phase feels, and now that's how LATs feel. Like these teams are built to win multiple, not just one, not just two. It's got to be more.
Yeah, and Scrap too, obviously. I mean, he has, let's say, like, he doesn't have a lot to prove. Obviously, he's like one of the greatest players that we've ever seen, but for sure, like, he needs to win a championship, like a world
Yeah.
championship. I mean, that's like
Hmm.
I'm sure that's his only, or like one of his main goals in his career right now, is to get that world championship.
Hmm.
So then he enters that realm of people who are in that, very rarefied era of world champs. And then of course Envoy, um, he wants to be in there too. He wants to get his second one.
Hmm.
That's what's sick about it. Like, those guys, him and Hydra too, they want to go and get the second world title, because
Hmm.
it's like, bro, now there's even fewer of those guys. I
Hmm.
mean, that's mega rarefied realms of
Yeah.
players who have won 2 chips. Because then you're entering like, greatest of all time realm of
Mhm.
players, and then the three, it's like, bro, there's only three people, right? It's just Clay, Karma, and Krim. There's only three
No.
times.
Cell, Simp, Abizi.
They haven't won three. Have they won three?
I'm pretty sure they have. Simp and Abizi, they won in Black Ops 4.
They won Black Ops
Black Ops
4,
4, they
Cold
won Cold
War.
War, and oh, wait, yeah.
Yeah, they're two
Oh, yeah,
times,
they
right?
do, yeah. The
Yeah,
runner-ups.
they're they could be four times,
They
bro.
could be.
They
Yeah,
could,
yeah,
they
they could.
could. Yeah, so they're. I mean, bro, that's insane too. Like those guys, if they win another title, like
Mhm,
they're already in that realm.
mhm. Well, FaZe is
But
the most
well, Cell's got
just
one
consistency.
actually.
Yeah, yeah.
Cell's just got
True.
the one. Yeah, like
Mhm.
yeah, bro, that'd be insane. They'd be two-time champions and two three-time champions. Like holy
Uh,
shit.
that's a lot of rings on one team.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's 10 rings.
Mhm. Yeah. So I mean, this team is awesome. The one thing I wish about the CDL, which I don't think will happen for a while, is I do like what FaZe is doing and how they all stick together. They stick together because yeah, they all just mesh really well together and they're
Mhm.
winning a lot. But that's when it becomes like, you know, like you look at Optic and everybody thinks Scump, right? You look at FaZe, like who do you associate FaZe with? And at least if you're in the CDL, you think Simp
Yeah, Simp and
immediately.
Abizi,
Simp,
that duo.
Abizi, yeah. And then you add Cell there, but like that's what FaZe is, And but the CDL just changes so fast, right? Because it's so young. But the moment that FaZe, like specifically that team, Abizi, Simp, and Cell break up, one of them leaves, that's like a shock to everyone. Doesn't matter who it is. Like that's insane seeing them in different colors. Um, Same thing with Envoy going to Ultra from Thieves, but it's not the same when it's only been,
1
like
year.
a year, right? Like seeing from Ultra back to Thieves, okay, that's pretty cool, but I don't know how to explain it. Like seeing Hydra leave, that
I
was a
was just
shock.
gonna say.
But again, I think it needs to, if it was even longer, it's even, it's more insane. Because Hydra only played he played
Well, he did play Cold War with them, I
part of it.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
part
the
of
whole
Cold
season
War.
though.
That's correct, yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause I think he took over, did he take over for Zuma in Cold War?
Uh
Or did Zuma even play no, I don't even think he even play Cold War.
he was supposed to, and then
But he was
yeah.
on that New
Yeah, yeah.
York team,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
I think, like, the way I should say it is I think that was his replacement, was he went and brought
Yeah.
him in.
Clay brought in Hydra. Well, and
Yeah, okay.
Zuma, yeah, yeah. But he came in like later into the season though. Like
Right,
that
so
wasn't his rookie year technically. Technically his rookie year was Vanguard.
yeah. So he played
Yeah.
Vanguard, MW2, MW3, and
Yeah,
won
so
the
3.
title in MW2. So 3 full seasons with
Yeah.
them. Um, yeah, I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
It is weird to see Hydra in those other colors.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's different because, like, I don't wanna sound like a dick and I'm taking away from Hydra's
Oh, yeah.
accomplishments. Like, he did win that
Yeah, yeah.
championship with them, of course, but there is something different about, like, what FaZe is built with Simp and Abizi,
Mhm.
where that duo has, I mean, just that Cold War era, I mean, they were just so dominant,
Yeah.
you know? Like, you gotta think, like, New York was kind of a weird one in MW2, like, they
Mhm.
won the last major, like, they came alive at the end,
Yeah,
They
exactly.
were like, "Ok," I think they won Major 1. That was the year they won Major 1. They got fucking smoked in the 2nd major, and I think then the 3 was okay. They won, I think it was I think 4 or 5. I can't remember how many
They
majors they had in that
yeah.
game.
They went back to back.
Yeah,
Like,
and then
yeah.
they won the championship against
Yeah.
Ultra and blew them out, you know?
Yeah.
So it's weird, but Simba and Beezy have this, like, storied connection to FaZe that I
Yeah.
think is different than any other, player on another team.
Yeah, exactly. That's like it's like seeing, like Tom Brady leaving the Patriots for another team. Like it doesn't feel right at all.
Right, and
So,
it didn't.
yeah. I wonder if COD will ever get to that point, but that's like what makes COD cool too,
Mhm.
because like the game is new every year. So that's why
Yeah,
it does make sense for like players to shift, right? Because
right.
sometimes these players don't mesh on this COD than they did last COD. But that's also why FaZe is awesome because I'm not a FaZe fanboy here, but I think it's really, really impressive that they've been this consistent with the same couple guys
Absolutely.
year to
Absolutely.
year to year to year. So when it does, not gonna if it ever
If.
happens. Oh, did my camera just go out? No, no, no.
Oh,
Wait,
the cam died.
is it back?
Is it back?
Yo, what the heck happened? Hold
No,
on.
it says Elgato.
What happened?
Do we
Yeah,
keep going,
we're
bro?
almost done. We can keep talking. Um,
Dude, dude, we'll just stare at the
I
Elgato.
don't know why.
Shout out Elgato.
But
Um,
I'll finish my point quickly.
but
But
yeah.
if COD ever got to that point where um, these guys are just on teams for years, multiple years, and they leave,
Mhm.
that's when it's so weird.
Yeah, that is going to be, it's gonna be a big thing with them in particular because I think they're really the last ones, like, it's them. Nice, we're back,
Yeah.
and then it's the other guy I would really say that would be in that realm would be Dashy. Like, if
Mhm.
Dashy ever left Optic, which, I mean, I don't think he ever will, but again, if he ever left, that would be one of those where it's like, "Bro, it just doesn't feel right."
Yeah.
Like, he
It's
is
wrong.
Optic. He should always be on that team.
Mhm.
Um so yeah, it's gonna be a weird one, but they're the only players you really feel that with because with the other teams that are going around, like, I mean, as we're doing this, um, Cloud9, formerly the Subliners, they just let go of everyone except Sib, and we knew this was like, I mean, it was pretty much confirmed that
Mhm.
this was going to be the deal. But that team now is going to be Sib, Kremp, Attach, and Nero.
Mhm.
I mean, dude, like Nero and I mean all three of those guys, other than Sib, man, they played for other teams. They've been on teams, gotten off teams, went back to that team. They've played for so many orgs.
Mhm.
It's cool to see them with another squad, like in different players, which gets you excited for it.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, it's like I don't know. I don't feel as weird about seeing like if Attach is on Cloud9.
Mhm. You know,
It doesn't feel
that
weird to me. I'm just like,
that's
well,
what
yeah.
is weird. Like they're just known as okay, here are the not like not diminishing anything about these guys. Like, but these guys are just like they're hopping around from team to team. You know
The
what I mean?
floaters, yeah.
Yeah, and like it'd be nice to see a team build specifically around the couple players. I know that you can't really do that because the game does change like a lot.
Mhm.
If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You have to make a change, right? And the thing with C9, which was interesting, like this team came about because of Hydra. Like because remember they released Sib technically,
Mhm.
like he was
Yep.
allowed to go look around, and everybody was like, "What the heck?" And then again with Nade and everyone else on the team saying, I don't know how we made this happen, but we were able to get Hydra somehow. Even Hydra
Right.
in the episode, the podcast, he was like, I don't know how like you were able to do it.
Right.
And they
He
they
took that pay cut.
and they did it. And
Yeah.
so I think it is obvious. It's good for C9 to keep Sib. They should. And I think this team is like they got a lot of potential. Like this is a good team. Kremp and Nero, the Boston boys, they played they're nasty. And obviously, like we got to see it this year too, like how well these guys played. Like
Yeah.
Kremp on Thieves and then Nero and Attach on Legion. Like
Mhm.
they all played really well. So now they get another year and now they're together. As long as they stay consistent, this team, regardless, I think will be able to hang with those top guys. Not necessarily they're for sure a top four team, but they will make these games competitive against these like the for sure top three, like on paper.
I agree, and clearly the blueprint that a lot of these teams are trying to find is speed.
Mm-hmm.
Because this game is really fast, and the way at least what we're seeing right now regarding the map sizes, there's not like massive maps, so you need fast players or players who are able to do both, and that's why like I think it's going to be so good with Thieves, like because all those guys can be fast, but the main one I'm thinking is Scrap. Like Scrap is, I mean, he's such an amazing player, but dude, he's insane with the sub too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you look at the Cloud9 group, like, dude, I don't know too much on how Kremp is, like, his speed wise.
Crep's
Um,
fast
yeah, but well,
on
there you go. I
Boston.
mean,
Yeah,
having Nero, Sib, and Kremp,
yeah,
and I know Attach can be too, but like those three guys, like they're
yeah.
flying, you know?
Well, what?
So I don't really hate that team. If
Mhm.
that's what it's going to be, I think that's pretty solid.
Yeah. Well, and with like Kremp and Nero being on Boston, like those guys are so young on the team. I mean, they're still young, but you know what I mean. Like that was the first
Mhm.
time like both those guys were really together, and they were just speed demons on the map. You see
Right. Right.
how
Right.
fast Kremp and Nero actually are. It works out, and then there are times where it doesn't because you're just playing so fast. And
Right. Right.
then they brought in Snoopy, another extremely fast player, and you see the potential there, but then you see it, they just blow it because of that, style.
Mhm.
But that's when, if you can like transform that style and learn how to just slow it down a little bit with the right guys around you, it is really hard to compete against that. Which is why FaZe is so good, because you have that mix of those three guys. And to your point with Scrap, like he's a great flex player because he's so fast. Like he is such a
Mhm.
fast AR player, but also you see him just sitting in the back and chilling too.
Right.
Um,
Right.
but he can play extremely fast if he wants to. But his play style, he likes to, use the AR instead of the sub. It fits his play
Right.
style more.
Yeah, so and those are the kinds of players you're looking for, you know?
Mhm,
So now, I mean, bro, FaZe, Optic, and Thieves are just so top heavy with
mhm,
all the best players you could possibly get. It's gonna be, interesting to see these lower teams or the like, even the teams, like I said, Cloud9 and this Gentlemate squad, which I guess they're bringing in a lot of money. They
mhm,
obviously must have it. Um, but they're bringing in again. The rumor is looking to be Skies, Priesta, Kiz, and Lins.
mhm.
So they're bringing the New York Subliners World Championship trio back and throwing Lins in over Hydra. Um,
People are like, knock off Hydra because he's
yeah, the
French too.
Walmart version.
Yeah,
Yeah, the Walmart Hydra.
Lint is good.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah, I
he's good.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not throwing
Oh no,
shade.
yeah, yeah.
That's other people, not
I'm
me.
stating that. Um, yeah, Gentlemates is.
That's
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't hate that group.
No, I don't
I don't
either.
hate that at all. I think,
Yeah.
like, that trio worked well. It would have been interesting to see how they did in this game, but they obviously I mean, they won a title together
Mhm,
just 2 years ago, so they obviously know how to play well with each other. Um, but my question is, how much of their success was based on Hydra,
mhm,
you know? I would be willing to say a good amount of it is because he's one of those players like Shotzzy is. He just enables you to play the game easier and, play the game how you want to. But Linz is fast,
mhm.
so it's gonna be interesting to see how he slots in with this trio.
Yeah, this, you know, there are very few players that just change the game completely, just being on the map and their play style, like you said. And um, this team, it is a good team, and I think they'll be able to do it. Like, I don't think they're gonna be able to win everything. Who knows, right? But uh, I like what they're doing with this, and I all these guys are able to be that player that takes over the game, especially Linz. Like we've seen him early during his rookie year, and he was just frying like
Yeah.
everyone on the map.
Mhm.
And with Gentlemates coming in too, they're I guess like the French or like, oh, what's his name, Otaga, I think that's his
Yes, I
name,
believe so.
coming in. And now I don't really know much about him. I did some quick research on him, and he's like the biggest French streamer in the
Mhm.
world. So,
Right.
and it's insane. Like he has a lot of pull. So it is cool to see that they're bringing in Lins. But man, like I think this is the other team that Hydra, like he was obviously targeted by them.
Oh,
But I'm
yeah, of course.
pretty. I saw a clip of Otaga like just saying like that it's literally not possible. Like we can't get him. But could you
Right.
imagine Hydra and Lins together? Those two guys,
Yeah. That would be sick. As a sub duo.
the French sub duo,
Yeah. The French
dude.
phenoms.
That would be fun to watch. But you know, either way, like we got good teams to watch, and yeah, I mean, the roster mania went from like nothing to everything so fast. But
It did.
I think it's because of that shift of the thieves. Because I don't think many people honestly thought that team was gonna form.
No,
Mhm.
I don't think so either, and a lot of it was just hinging on that move happening,
Yeah.
because now that leaves these top teams that are like, "Okay, we've got huge shoes to fill
Mhm.
here. Who do we get together?" You know? Um, yeah, so it definitely everything was just waiting on that moment to happen, and, I mean, good on Thieves for finally getting it, like, getting it done,
Mhm.
and getting it done early, because now all these other teams can go and make a move and be like, "Okay." It's not like they're doing this at the 11th hour,
Mhm.
and there's like, okay, well, now we got to run around and try to scrap together, some teams here and throw these guys the minimum or whatever we're going to do to get this going.
Mhm.
Um, Now they, can kind of hopefully to everyone's, hope and praying that they don't throw trash players together or just like, I say trash players, just like players that should not be together, that
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
work together. Hopefully this can
Mhm.
give them some time to actually think of a plan and
Mhm.
put together some solid rosters.
Yeah, and the the orgs that really wanted to sign them, now no, now, alright, let's just move on. The game comes out in a couple of weeks, so I'd imagine these guys are gonna be playing a lot together, and we'll see
Yeah.
teams form and not officially announced yet, so, um, yeah, and Boston, apparently, like, we haven't had any news, but supposedly they're in, like, they're going in with the team that they had, at, uh, the World Cup.
ECW
Yeah, and
or EWC.
EWC, yeah, the Esports World Cup. So, I mean, they did well, right? Like, I'm not expecting them breaking into this top 3 and whatever, but, like, that's rumor. I don't know if it's actually gonna happen or not. I do think Boston is staying in the CDL, which for us, that is good. Like, I wanna see Boston represented in the CDL,
Right.
but don't know about the players yet, Like, they're all great players, but we haven't seen them, like, mesh, right? And especially on paper, I don't think any team can compete, like, with the top 3 just on paper. So, but obviously that's completely different when you're actually playing game. Doesn't translate completely, but, you know.
Yeah, it's it's not a team right now that I'm like, I'm super excited about just because they're a big question mark,
Mhm,
you know? Like, did they do better than the other iterations of the breach during MW3 at EWC? Yeah,
mhm,
it was single a limb. It was kind of a, like it depends on how much weight you want to put into that tournament. Um, but yeah, it's just a question mark with that team. I really have no idea what to expect. Obviously, I hope they do great.
mhm,
And I hope they really work well together. But it's like I don't really know what to say on it. It's like
yeah,
it's a kind of a battle of, well, you've got a team right now that did okay. You could just stick with them like they did, or what you could do too is
mhm,
wait it out and see what other options come around, especially with, with the big moves that have been
mhm,
made right now, who's, available to pick up.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously, like, I call the way it is. Like, Boston right now, after the season they had, is not a very desirable destination for people to go to.
mhm,
But that depends on who you're building around. If they've
yeah,
got players that, like, if you're starting with a blank slate or you're
mhm,
building around Snoopy and, people want to go and just do it and they've got an idea for how they want to run that team. Maybe it's possible. I don't know. That's probably too much than what I actually know, but
mhm. Well, I mean,
um
that team it's Snoopy, Purge, Awakening, and Cammy. So,
yeah.
like, we've had Wake before, we've had, obviously, Snoop. We'll see
Mhm.
how Cammy and Purge, like, really fit into the team and,
Yeah.
work it out, but like you
We'll
said,
go
like,
from there.
Boston too, like, yeah, I mean, they're going through a lot of stuff behind the scenes too. Like,
Oh
they
yeah, big time.
weren't they lost, like, a lot of investments from the Kraft Group, which is a shame,
Mhm.
and, yeah, like, I don't even get too much into it, but, like, Helix Esports where they, play and stuff, that place is going away most likely too. So it's
Mhm.
just, yeah, like, it's tough for, that team. So, again, at least they have a team. At least Boston is represented in the CDL. I wonder what's gonna happen, after this year with them, but,
Mhm.
um, I just hope it's not like, this is a team we have, and we have to have this team all year, even if it doesn't work, because They're literally financially forced to. You know what I mean?
Right.
And also
Right.
part of
Right.
it is
Right.
like you said, we wait and see what players are left, but then like what players are left. You know what I mean? Like, do we really
Right.
want
Right. The scraps.
basically leftover players and just throw shit at the wall and see if it works, which is what we were doing last year, basically, right?
Right.
Even though we had like we start off at such a high with Slasher and Priesta and
Mhm.
a Cap and Stoop like that looked like it worked perfectly,
Mhm.
and obviously it didn't at all. And
Right.
then by the end of the year, like we were just you know seeing if something will stick, and nothing did.
Right.
So
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see what happens. At again, at least Breach is in. Like
We'll leave it on that note,
that.
bro. At least Breach is it.
That
Keep it positive.
yeah, that's all I can ask for, honestly. Like,
Yeah,
but
I
it's
mean, I
weird
agree with you, bro.
going into this season. I think there are a lot of cool teams, but I don't. I feel like I don't have a team to root for. Like, I mean, Boston. I'm gonna root for Boston, but like the way that Boston's looking, it doesn't seem like they're gonna be staying in like another year or whatever.
Mhm.
But if that happens, like I don't have like a favorite team that I'm like, yeah, let's you know what I mean? I don't know how to
I know
fix
what
it.
you mean. I mean, like for me, it goes Boston, then Optic, and then Thieves.
Yeah. Well,
That's that's my ranking.
yeah. I mean, I
But like you said, if
still.
Boston's not competitive,
Mhm.
and like you said, depending on how long they stick around, I'm pretty much probably going to be going to Optic.
Yeah. I mean, that's what
But I always like Nate Shot.
yeah. Well, we are always like Optic fan. Everyone's always an Optic fan, right? They came from Optic,
Right.
but yeah. I don't know. It's like that new generation of like watching. But
Right.
honestly, it might be nice for me to just watch and be like, I don't care.
I don't have anybody. Yeah, I don't give a shit who wins.
I have no ties.
Right.
I do want to see Boston like if Boston can somehow like win something with this team out of nowhere, like
Mhm.
for whatever reason, that'd be insane. That would be
Oh, yeah, it'd be godlike.
absolutely insane if that happened. But I'm again, as long as they make it competitive, because they can't be any worse than last year. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
They can't. No.
like I have all this Boston memorabilia, and you do too, and like we were part of that Boston like
Mhm.
history. So
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
It's always gonna be with us.
yeah, exactly. Breach will come back at one point. They will be the
Exactly.
Breach, but yeah, that's our CDL talk, and
Yeah.
they're it's gonna be a good year regardless. You know.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'd leave it at that. Like, I wonder what people, if you guys, got to the end, obviously, thank you for listening.
Mhm.
Appreciate it. Let us know what you think about these roster mania rumors and what we've been seeing here. And what do you think about this LAT team? If you think it's going to be absolutely insane or you think it's going to be like, I don't know, are they going to still be struggling against Phase and Optic? I don't know. I think it's honestly, if I had to call it right now, I think it's going to be, there's some matches where, every one of those teams, other than FaZe, I think, is going to bow out early. Like they're all going to have their highs and lows.
Mhm.
But I honestly, I would be very surprised if FaZe is one of those teams that doesn't have any lows because they've shown me that they very, very, very rarely have those
yeah.
moments.
Yeah.
Um, but again, it's hard to say that because,
Mhm.
bro, that fucking LAT team is so good
Mhm.
that on paper, it's hard to think that anybody could really take them down.
Mhm.
But I don't know. I mean, again, let us know what you think about them.
Mhm.
And yeah, I think that's it, bro.
Yeah. I mean
Uh,
that this team is that team's
Godlike.
insane, and
Yeah, that team is insane.
I will be very surprised if one of those top 3 teams is literally just like the phase from Cold War, like absolutely godlike, and like they
Yeah,
are
no,
unstoppable to
I,
touch.
I do not see that. I
That
do not see I don't s I'm sorry, this Thieves team is insane,
mhm.
but I just cannot see this team absolutely dominating FaZe and Optic all year. I can't
Yeah,
see it.
I can't
And
see any of
not
those.
not shitting on
Mm,
them, I can't see Optic doing that to any of the other teams or FaZe. I
yeah,
think it's, again, just gonna be such a close
yeah.
match.
And if somehow this game there is one team out of those 3 that just dominates, that's fucking insane. Like, you
Yeah.
have to tip that. That is actually insane if you're that dominant in this upcoming year against 2 teams like that.
Whoever wins Black Ops 6 World Championship, that team needs to be revered beyond belief.
Yeah, and if one of those 3 teams can win more than 2 majors,
Yeah,
that's already crazy.
put him in the history books,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
You know, but yeah,
That's
I
it.
think I'm all set, bro. If you have anything else to say,
Yeah, I think that's it. We're going on.
yeah,
We're gonna keep grinding
cool.
MW3.
Yeah, we're gonna keep on grinding. So I hope you're grinding with us too, everybody. But again, thank you everybody for listening to episode number 190 of the COD Casuals podcast. Be sure to go to anchor.fm/COD Casuals. We're on all streaming platforms. So be sure to go there, as well as go into the YouTube, and as well as go into the Instagram and TikTok, where you can watch all the shorts if you don't watch the whole episode. And as well, I'm trying to think what else I'm forgetting
5
here. Go into
stars.
Twitter as Twitter. Yes, go into Twitter X, and as well go into the 5-star rating for all the platforms there, because we appreciate that. And answering our questions, and leaving comments on Spotify and on YouTube as well, because we do read them
Mhm.
and we love it. And yeah, I think that's it, bro.
Yeah.
So again, everybody, thank you for listening to episode number 190 of the COD Casuals podcast. We're your host, Mike,
I'm Justin.
and we'll see you guys next week. Take it easy, everybody.
See ya.